now.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this third place match in the CSL between the incredible and highly skilled Terran player Yilias and the creative and interesting Zerg player IMHardfOu. Tonight I am joined by the lovely and noseless Narwhal and the extremely Australian Anzuke. Take it away, fellas.
Wait, what? What?
And
What
gals.
the hell was that?
The best intro? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you'd lose that game.
I don't even know
Alright,
what that
I brought my
was.
own game tonight.
You brought something. I'm not sure I would call it a game.
I may be a bit drunk, so keep that in mind.
Oh, shit.
Drunk
Beer
casting,
somewhere.
best
Hold on.
casting. Alright, well,
Anyway.
okay, this is a game on Metropolis, which is a reasonably new map from the GSL map lineup.
I still cannot
and
stand
it's one of these sort of fun, interesting new maps that has got lots of really open space. It's also rather big.
Space.
It's huge.
Space.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest maps yet. And we have IMHardfOu, our master Zerg down in the red at the bottom, and Yilias, our master Terran on the
currently
right.
in diamond because
He
he was
is
dropped
diamond
down.
currently.
Well, his placement
Okay.
match dropped him to diamond, but he's fairly confident that he will make it back into Masters this season.
Well,
And I assume that he would.
He's going CZ first.
Yeah, and IMHardfOu has done the standard 15 hatch as well. So Yilias has decided he's going to change up his TVZ this game.
Yeah, instead of making all the barracks early on. He was trying
Mm-hmm.
to prepare for Migs just in case Migs did some sort of early aggression. He was fully expecting like a hatch in his base, or every time denying the drone from getting in there. He
Now,
just knew Migs.
It looks like IMHardfOu may well be going for some early aggression, seeing as he's going straight for that gas, along with the pool, rather than, as we were talking about earlier, one of the frequent things for Zerg to do against Terran is just to delay that gas, get those 6 queens out, hold off early aggression along with a spine crawler or two, especially if it's Hellion aggression.
Yeah, that's definitely becoming a popular build these days, but I haven't seen that much among lower level players yet, so it hasn't quite caught on. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see standard speedling build from RP.
Well, but he did also see the command center first, which means he may well have decided that perhaps he can go for some aggression earlier on, and so he's getting that gas for that speedling. However, he's only left the one drone in gas, which is also a fairly normal thing, so that you can get some tech a little later on, while still getting 2 more of those drones back on that minerals, just to get your drone count up faster.
Yilias went double gas, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him go Hellion into Banshee here.
He's popping a reactor on the barracks, so yeah, I'm definitely think I'm with you there, Mix.
Third queen coming down from IMHardfOu. That'll just be for group spread.
It looks like Yilias is making his factory and reactor, so I'm wondering if he's going to switch them up, seeing as how close they are,
Quite
how
likely.
they're built, and probably send out some Hellions early
Yes, very likely.
Did you just get back
And
from
there it
getting a
goes.
beer?
on. No, I did not get a bear.
Oh, you didn't?
Would you like
well,
me
looks
to?
like
Yeah,
looks
there's
like our
tech lab
call
going down.
is correct. Makes Hellion Banshee.
It's pretty popular in TVZ these days, gives some good harassment potential for the Zerg, and it's really easy to deny group spread.
And Hard
Now-
is taking a third?
IMHardfOu is sending drones across the map. I'm wondering if that was a misrally of some sort.
That's surely got to be a misrally.
That has to be. That's like if he gets caught by those.
Oh, that's a huge mistake.
Wow, that's really bad. That's really. He's gonna lose all of them. That's
Wow.
And they're not
That's-
even running away. They're just kind of
No.
sitting there.
Yeah, he must have built them. Thought they were
And Yilias with the question mark.
Zerglings and
Not really
manually
sure.
rallied them over there? I don't know. He is, however, going for his third. Now,
it could have been just
Yeah, there we go.
confusion tactics. Just to throw him off, make him nervous.
He's
Just play
channeling Meg. Yeah, exactly.
Seriously.
Alright, well, IMHardfOu's third is almost about to come up. Now, of course, one of the interesting things about Metalopolis is that the expanding out sort of options for Zerg can be a little tedious because of all these sort of multiple attack routes, and there is a lot of room across the other side of the map for Terran to start doing drops, or in this case, Banshee play. And of course, there is 3 entrances down to this third place if you take out the rocks. And of course, the Zerg, to be able to easily reinforce that third in the case of any drops happening, will have to take out the debris themselves.
Hellion slipped by. This could be huge.
Let's see. Yeah, he's lost enough drones that he's now down below Yilias in worker count again. Hopefully that should be fixed up now, pretty quick now that his third's up.
Yeah, that's really bad for IMHardfOu. You can't afford to have less workers than a Terran player.
No, not at all. He is overtaking again now, but he should be much further ahead than this. He does, however, know that there's Banshee coming out now, and he has a Spire of his own coming up, which should effectively shut down that Banshee play, provided he can get himself... did Yilias grab Cloak?
No, he didn't.
No, alright.
Oh,
That Banshee's just going to be there for the hell of it then.
Yeah, he's macro slip in here. He's got hard supply blocked.
Ooh. That's not good.
He still doesn't have a depot on the way either.
He does
There we
have
go.
quite a bit of tech, but...
Interestingly, no third CC on the way for Yilias yet.
Yeah, and those supply depots
there we
are
go.
going to be pretty far off.
I would really like to
Still another
see
5 seconds.
IMHardfOu link up his second and third bases and take out that destructible debris.
Yeah, he should be taking down those rocks.
Yeah, if you've just got Lings or even just like an old Queen sitting around, you just stick it on that.
He's doing a good job of drying up behind this mutilous grass. Or soon to be mutilous grass.
Well, Yilias knows that he has to mute his out, so he's just gonna sit around, not venture out into the middle of the base, middle of the map yet. But he is finally got engineering bays up, so he's getting his upgrades, which will be really what he needs against this muta play.
IMHardfOu doesn't have a Baneling nest, which is kind of risky. Because he would need Banelings to defend the Terran push here.
And he also thinks Yilias is still going for that Banshee play because he's popped up spores in each of his bases.
He's skipping Banelings, gone straight to Infestors, that's interesting.
Yep, and a second in Evolution Chamber, though he really should be using that first one if he's building another.
IMHardfOu's headed home with those mutas. He's going to regroup with all the rest.
He did force a lot of turrets there.
Actually, it looks like he's pulling ahead in terms of supply.
Yeah, that's pretty normal this time of the game.
That is a lot of missile turrets for Yilias.
Yep.
Which is especially surprising considering he has none in his natural at all.
It looks like Yilias is going to try and take his third.
Well,
There's the 2 links that are there.
it's difficult for mutilous to stay to the natural in these positions.
This is true, actually. He'd have to go all the way around and that would go right by the army.
Oh, those drops, oh no.
Mutas.
Oh, that's a huge loss for Yilias.
Oh.
Yeah, you shouldn't be sending those drops down for mutilous.
Indeed.
IMHardfOu should be pushing to take a 4th right about now.
Losing that drop
Nope,
was
there he goes. Actually, he's
definitely not good for Yilias. That's dropped him down to below IMHardfOu's supply again now. So IMHardfOu has been able to come back and catch up after losing all those drones earlier on.
Yeah, this is a little slow on starting his upgrades.
And he does finally have that Baneling nest out. He's getting the speed upgrade as well. So here it's just going to be the very typical Ling Bling Muta micro
Oh, and he spots those
game.
banelings right as they're cocooning. He's able to get one of them.
Oh, he's not sieging his tanks.
There's the siege.
Target fire the banelings.
Yes. He actually came out very well from that. However, the mutas are going to have free reign on that natural now.
And they
If he
decide to
actually
attack the
goes
structural rocks
in-
first.
There we are. Yilias is instead opting to just push. He's probably going to rely on that
Oh, Thor's out.
Repair it? Yes, smart. Very smart. In fact, if IMHardfOu doesn't pull those meters now...
Oh,
There we
only
go.
3 left. That was a good roll from Yilias. And now he's pushing right up into that fort. He's going to be able to
Yep, he'll
kill
deny
that
that
off.
easy.
Yep.
Are we going
Archie
to see a cancel?
canceling. Oh, no.
Oh.
He takes it down.
And if Yilias... there is a lot of banelings out, but if he slow pushes, he could take the 3rd, or he could just pull back, solidify his 3rd, and IMHardfOu will still be in a bad place by comparison.
Pushing in. It looks like his force is going to be cleaned up, however.
He should have just pulled back there.
IMHardfOu doing something interesting.
He seems to have just
2
given up those
layers?
medevacs. But in fact,
He
he's
actually was
doing
building a
really
layer
well.
on each of his other hatcheries.
Ah, that was a mistake.
And one
That's
medevac
good.
actually does get away. That's a... Neither of them seem to be paying attention to that engagement that was down in the bottom.
I'm not sure why Yilias is building so many Thors after he killed the mute account. You really need tanks against infestors.
He is, however, looking to do a drop. However, it's going to go right past one of IMHardfOu's overseers.
Overlord.
Overlord. Yeah, those. And Tanner would like to say that apparently Thors are OP, so...
Thors are pretty strong. They can have the one of the highest DPS in the game, next to carriers, when fully upgraded.
Thors are good against mutas. Not much else that the Zerg has.
They're not too bad against unupgraded versions.
He needs to lift those marines and get them out of there.
Oh, this game is still surprisingly close.
Indeed. Yilias going for a double command center.
It's quite likely he'll float one of them over to the 4th and perhaps leave one just in reserve for some extra scans and mules.
Indeed.
And he's almost finished his +2/+2 and +2 for vehicle upgrades as well.
Ultralisk
So he's
Cabin on the
definitely
way.
staying up.
It's for IMHardfOu.
Ultralisks. He's also getting adrenal glands for
Oh, no,
Zerglings,
he shouldn't be dropping there. He needs to get out. Oh, he's going to lose that entire drop.
IMHardfOu was definitely opting to stick with the ground army rather than going for the Broodlord composition.
Seems as though, like, Yilias is maxed up here, so he might be considering push out soon, maybe? Maybe.
And Yilias is now working on his 3rd level upgrades. Those marines are going to start hitting extremely hard.
Oh, Yilias is expecting a Broodlord transition here. He's got a bunch of starports coming out.
Now, what I'd really like to see from here, from IMHardfOu, is to just start taking a lot more bases and throwing sort of different split up Ling armies in to try and do some damage to these expansions that Yilias has up now. Because he may have bio in his army comp, but it's not the largest portion of it. So he's got those slow falls and those slow tanks. So if IMHardfOu can take advantage of the slower army, he can in theory be able to poke around and see if he can get some more SCV damage in.
Also appears to be keeps sending drops in down to the bottom, but they just are meeting their doom. There's so many Zerglings there that it's just not effective. I don't know if he's trying to throw away these units just to get supply, or...
IMHardfOu's taking way too long to saturate his fourth. He's finally putting drones over there now. There's a bit low on the drone count too.
I'm really not a fan of this Ultralisk transition, because he's only had the supply to get 3 of them up. And he's now starting a Greater Spire, which means he's probably planning on swapping over to Broodlords by kind of faking out with these Ultras. But of course Yilias has already got those Starports up, and some Vikings out. But the moment that he sort of sees those Corruptors or the Broodlords coming out, he'll just be able to pump out more Vikings. It's usually really better to go the other way around, to force the Terran to start building all that Viking count up to deal with the Broodlords, and then swap to the Ultralisk tech when they don't have as strong a ground army.
So we've got both players maxed out army. Looks like the 3-3 upgrades are going to be finishing for Yilias here. Actually 3-3-3, he's got the weapons 3rd upgrade as well coming in. But he still seems to be staying put. Just gonna wait it out. Turtle up. He sees those Ultras with his sensor towers. Something of a standstill.
IMHardfOu is almost finished off his 5th, sorry, not 3rd. I'd really like to see
IMHardfOu
popping up a bunch of
he's putting up
extra
6
macro
as well.
hatches.
Yeah.
So he is.
think
I'd
he's
really like
trying
to
to
see him
deny.
start stockpiling more lava. It's like sitting around on a maxed army as Zerg. You either want to have a really big build up so that you can transition to a different army comp straight away, and for that you need a lot of lava, especially if there's going to be Zerglings in it. Or you need to just be constantly, throwing away some of your units so you can keep rebuilding to try and keep doing some damage. Just sitting around with this army here maxed isn't doing anything. All it's going to do is let Yilias build up more of his resources so that he can just, build lots of tech buildings, get lots of stuff out as he begins to lose things as well.
Well, there is a Nidus going down, so he's expecting to do some aggression soon.
Yeah.
And he's finally getting some Corruptors out.
Yilias seems
Broodlord
content to
comp.
keep trying to do these drops. He's sending 2 out one way, and he's sending 2 out another.
And 2 out another.
Oh, he's actually got 6 drops coming in here. And I think this time, because of the placement of the army, he's actually going to be able to... None of them. The army seems to be staying still.
Yeah, IMHardfOu's reacting really slowly to these drops.
That's 6.
Oh, Nidus went down.
Nidus went
Oh,
down.
went to the
no.
island. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Take a 6th there.
Now, he's going to clean. He cleaned up the drop at his 6th.
But the other 2 drops are doing huge damage right now.
Yeah, and if he takes out that
He may take on the
hive,
hive.
and he could go straight over and take out the Greater Spire and the Baneling Nest. But the army is finally coming in now. I would really like to see him just focus down that hive.
Yeah, he's not paying attention to that drop.
He did, however, have another one that took out, or at least prevented, the top middle left base.
That medevac is not going to get away. Oh, he lost a lot of supply there.
It's fine though, he's got a huge bank, and he did tons of damage there, so that was more than worth it.
And he may even try.
Definitely.
He puts IMHardfOu at a tight spot if he tries to go and take out that hive, because it's now weakened. So kind of, it's like an Achilles heel. You got to watch out for it.
Yeah, I would really love to see him just leave one medevac full of Marines down there, so that when IMHardfOu does push out, he can just drop it down there, take out the Greater Spire, and take out
There's
the
a
hive.
Nidus in Yilias' main right now.
Oh no.
He does see it. He is sending something to take it out.
Got some marauders.
And
Nice reaction.
4 links get up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
IMHardfOu's going for the 4th now, though.
He's got those Broodlords out, but Yilias has himself an 11 Viking count, and he has some Thors there to help, especially if those Broodlords are going to cluster up like that.
If he is supposed to suspect the game's over, Hardfou's got no bases and no drones. Big Fungal's there.
Big Fungals, but he's still going to lose all those Broodlords.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Now, Yilias may be less on supply now, but he's still got that very large production capability.
All those infestors. It's quite a bit.
Yeah, look at the difference in their banks right now.
Yeah. Yilias did just play it smart. He just did the drops to keep up some pressure and try and ruin some of IMHardfOu's economy. Kept his bases relatively protected by that. And was just able to get this really large bank, so that when there finally was an encounter, it didn't matter if he did lose too much of his army. He's just been able to rebuild it very quickly.
Next game, I'd like to see HardfOu drone up harder and then build some static defenses as bases to protect against drops like that.
I mean, I really think one of his biggest mistakes was sitting around on a maxed army for just too long. It was just far, far too long.
Well, I don't know. Attacking into a siege line would have been suicide.
No, but especially after he got the Nidus network out, he could have done a little bit more fiddling around with that.
Yeah, some more Nidus play would have been nice. Like simultaneous Nidus is at the 5th and the main.
Yep, and then while sending in his, a portion of his army as well. But I mean, just going over to Ultralist tech and only building a few Ultralists and then sitting around with them and a Ling army for as long as he did, while not actually trying to stockpile up resources to a sufficient level, just, I don't know, didn't really achieve very much.
Now Yilias is going to be spotted here. I mean, looks like he's going to take a pit stop to take out this Nidus worm. Apparently.
There's 3 infestors at Yilias' 5th.
The planetary fortress there, they won't be able to do. Oh, if
No,
he
they can
fungal.
No, they
Fungal.
can throw infested Terrans behind the SCDs.
And actually, he just did something smart. He put all those Zergs out on that island where the Nidus network was, and they came to defend it. The Nidus network is down, and all those Lings are stuck there. They can't leave. They're just Lings chilling out on an island.
Poor lonely squad.
Don't know what his infestors
I
do.
wonder if he did that on purpose.
Did he actually do any fungals there?
Nope.
I don't know why he unburrowed them then. Oh, maybe he didn't. I think he didn't unburrow them.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I spotted them. Yep. I really don't know what to say from him. I mean, they're just
Yilias is
sitting.
gonna go for that hive. He's still trying to get that hive. He knows it's weak.
I don't know what Yilias is doing. He's just push.
No, he's taking out 6 beasts. He's gonna try and whittle away his opponent.
Yeah, he's still playing it safe. I think he still realizes that he has the superior economy. I mean, IMHardfOu is basically mined out. If we look at his income, he has no gas income and less than half, or roughly half, the minerals income of Yilias.
Indeed. Here come the Lings to try and defend this drop that's happening back in the main. Those Marines need targeting down the hive. Instead they're taking out the gas that is out.
Yeah, this time he's just going to go for the hive, I think. Oh no, he's just going to leave.
He's gonna lift and cut out. Try and draw fire somewhere else.
I think Yilias
And
is just
send it-
happy to sit here, continue denying expansions with drops, and force IMHardfOu to have to attack into his siege line or
Oh,
go
and
for
he's
some
caught
sort of Nidus
these
play.
Broodlords out of place with his Vikings.
Oh,
Just gotta go
that's
take 'em
really
out.
big. And if he goes over and spots those other 4 on the left there, I mean, there is the Infestors
Oh,
there,
the
and they are
Infestors are coming
probably
down.
going to catch the Vikings. But he just lost half his Broodlord numbers then.
And now he's let the Vikings go. They're not dead. And the Vikings are just sitting there. Yeah, not doing anything. He needs to take those Vikings, send them to the hive, land, start trying to take it out.
You're very fixated on that hive now, aren't you, Mel?
I wanted to. It's been almost dead for so long. I just want it to die. And he's trying to make a poke up here in the top, and he just doesn't have enough to deal with the forces that Yilias already has.
Just have the species.
Oh, here we go. Big engagement.
There we go.
There we are.